So now I just want to go for remote cube. Remote cube or virtual provider. Remote cube or virtual provider. Also known as direct data access. Also known as direct data access. Let me tell you. In this case, directly we can report on directly source system data without loading to BW system. Especially in process-oriented industries, if the source data is more volatile, then in that case, staging the data and reporting on this, it's going to show you some wrong data. So that is the reason why in the BW system, we can create a remote cube. In the BW system, we can create a remote cube. We can generate the report. For the report, using this remote cube, the data is fetched from source system. It is very much useful if the source data is very volatile. So directly using this, directly we can report on source system data without loading to BW system. Volatile in the sense change. Keeps on changing every second. Price of a share, what happens? So especially it is very much useful in process-oriented industry. It is very much useful in process-oriented industries. That's what I need to see. Okay? Right. So let me tell you what are the steps to configure. Same steps. You not to worry. Source system, data source, data target. What is our target? Remote cube. So we have to create mapping and directly DTP. We don't create info package. So the source system. Second one, data source. Third one, remote cube. Fourth one, transformation. Fifth one, DT. So source system, we'll just go by some source file. Second step, create data source and enable it for direct access. This is one important activity. Third one, create virtual provider. Fourth one, create transformation. And the create DTP type is direct access. So far you are using standard DTP, now direct access DTP. Done. So let's go for to system. So we can create some tables, and from table directly we can access. There is some RS. You can just use it, doesn't matter, but there are some RS issues here. That's why I just take into 3.5 to 4.7. If you want to try it out, just ask. Yes. So I'll just We have just discussed here. We have discussed that. Yes, that's what I was talking to you now. I've shown you also in the last session how to install some applications, how to install anything you can. Yes, everywhere it is saying. So now you got the source. You can go by anything. Process is same everywhere. So we got the file, right? We got the required file. Then what to do? What's the second step? Enable for direct access. Go with workbench, data sources, right click, create data source, transaction data, description as usual, transaction. So what is this? This is where it is different, that's all. Remaining all as usual. Proposal, load example data, fields, what to do now? We need to Right, no problem, manually as that, but better, this is the best choice. Automatically they are inserted. Yes. Go with activate. Ignore external links. Externally is Excel, internally they are BW properties. Done. So now what to do? Create a virtual provider, right? You can create you can make a copy of that standard info. Right click. What is this? So I'm just making a copy. So we got required dimensions, right? Done. Anything? Activate. So what is our next step? You have to create transformation. Mapping, this is important for us. Data source, create transformation, info cube, continue. Mapping is generated again. Activate. Now what to do? Create DTP, that's all. No info package. See, what is DTP type? Activate. So even we need not execute the DTP. We can directly display the data. Now directly go to your right click. What is this? Directly displays the data. Selection for output, select all, execute, execute. Just continue. So it's getting displayed now. So whatever data is there in the source, directly it is visible in reporting. Directly doing recording on source system is not advisable always. It's going to cause your operational system performance. Okay. I'll give you some information regarding that, don't worry. Okay. Hello? See, depends sometimes. Most of the time we do go by standard. And if at all data archiving, data mining things are there, direct update and write optimized. Right. So now I just want to go with error stack. Yeah. Right. Right. It's going to be there. It should be there. What is this? Now I'm talking about error stack and error DTP. What is this error stack? Right, in 7, all the error records are updated to error stack. Yes. That's what is in 7 itself we have designed that process chain, no? But we are going to include DTP one, additional one. Info package as well as DTP, both. No, actually, apart from info packages, there are some other things also, like indexes and all, compression. So what is there in InfoCube? Definitely on the production we have to maintain, production system itself we have to maintain that. InfoCube, yes. Just right click on InfoCube, manage, it's going to take you to the performance tab, there you can see indexes. Yeah. Yes. No, the same table limitations comes into picture. Okay. So now I just want to go with error stack and error DTP. So in 7, all the error records are updated to error stack. There, we can modify the error records. After that, what is that we can do? From there, using it, the error DTP, that's what we can load to data. That's what. So process is same. Source file, those target. Directly I'm creating info cube here. Fourth one, transformation. Fifth one, info package. Sixth one, DTP. DTP of type standard DTP. Now error stack comes into picture. Error stack, modify, then go for error DTP. Okay. Data load is scheduled, but when in case of fail use, we have to manually attend. No? Yes, no other alternative. System doesn't know what is the error unless we tell. Right. So what I'll do, willfully I'll just give some error record here. Day format I'll just go by wrong. So day format I'm just going by 6. What is the standard format? YYY I'm just changing it to DD So which I'm just giving some wrong format. Willfully I'm just giving this. Let's see what happens. Right. So we have got the required file. Now what is that? We are supposed to create the data source. Same 6 steps here everywhere. Same 6 steps. Right click. Create data source. Transaction data. What to do? Load example data. I can just replace the columns. The 3.5 is practice, the 7 is easy. If it is not practice, just go with activate. Continue. It's not an error, it's a warning. Yes. Then I'll try to create an info cube. You can use the existing info cube, doesn't matter. Anyhow, let me create an info cube. So it's done. So we have created info cube also. Now what to do? Transformation here. Transformation mandatory na. Continue. Go with. Now we have to create info package. So it says requested. If you want to monitor, you can monitor. Now what is the next step? So standard DTP as of now. Continue. First we are creating standard DTP. Then it activate. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Execute. Then execute. Go with yes. Now see. There is some error. If you want to go through the error message, just click on that. Now what to do? What is this? Go to error stack. See, successful records are updated to target. Only error records are there in error stack. Edit. Change the format. Yes, 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 yes. Save it. Back. And what to do? We have to create error DTP, right? Back. So we need to upload this record. Update. So what is this? Now what is the DTP type? Error DTP. Execute. Go with yes. Target. One second. You come to that. So you have to change the status. Continue. See, it has to be corrected in the source itself. Now see, both are available for reporting. See, if at all more number of records are there, there could be some programs which are going to correct. Otherwise, it has to be corrected in the source only. Santosh. That is, normally it is developed by a web team. So it's going to verify some lowercase letters, special caps, date formats and all this. Okay. That's what, even in the live, that's what I mean to say. But we got some 1,000 records. 1,000 records cannot be edited. No? In that case, you can write a routine or formula where it's going to take all these things. Okay. Something? Still anything? Just want to go by repartitioning now. Remodeling and repartitioning I want to take it. Okay. In 3.5 got something called partitioning. So when it is repartitioning, it can be done only on info queue. default F fact table is partitioned by request. It is default. And manually we are partitioning E fact table. Can you hear me? Manually we are partitioning E fact table. And it can be partitioned based on two time caps, either calendar month or fiscal year period. Either calendar month or so before partitioning, data is in F fact table. After partitioning, data is there in E fact table. Before partitioning, data in F table. After partitioning, data moves to E fact table. And very important, in 3.5 you cannot partition info cube with the data, but in 7 we can go for partitioning with the data, and the repartitioning is not there in 3.5. It is only allowed in 7. Getting my point? Still anything? So we cannot go for partitioning of info cube with the data in 3.5. But in 7 we can do that. So repartitioning is not allowed in 3.5. That is only allowed in 7. That's what I mean to say. Right, what is the advantage of partitioning? Let me tell you. I got info cube in my info cube. I got 97 to 2006 data. And every 12 months I am making one partition. Let's say before partitioning, this is 97 data, 98, 99, 00, 1, 02. This is still 97. 98, 99, 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 0, after 06. This is the end date. After 06, that is end date. Now let me tell you. Now I got a query which is reading data related to 2003. Now what it has to do, it has to read all the years data, then it has to return 2003 data. Now what is that? So we are making every 12 months as one partition. We are taking every 12 months as one partition. So it's going to be in partition 1. 98, it's going to be there in partition 2, partition 3, P4, like this, partition 5, 6, partition 7, 8, partition 9. And this is partition 10, and this is partition 11. This is the end date partition. After 2006, whatever data is there, it's going to be there in this partition. Getting my point? Now if I run the query, what's going to happen? Directly hits the concern partition. What is that? Partition 7. This is going to reduce your database read time. Yes or not? Census now. That's what. So partition is going to yes. It's going to reduce your database read time. That's what I mean to say. Okay. Yeah, deltas, we are doing deltas only. Okay. It depends, sir. It depends. Yeah, it depends. You're right, but it depends on business. Right. So I'm talking about partitioning, which is going to reduce your database read time. Okay? Getting my point? Now see, after 2006, you got some data. What is that? You got 4 years data in this partition. Now I'm reading data related to 2009. What's going to happen is just to read 4 years data, right? So where I want to go for some additional partitions. I want to add some additional partitions here, nothing but repartitioning. And my old partitions are not being used. I don't want to keep the partitions like that. I want to merge the old partitions. Nothing but repartitioning. So there are two types, merging as well as adding additional partitions. Merging old partitions, adding additional partitions, nothing but repartition. Okay? So merging old partitions as well as adding additional partitions, nothing but repartition. Getting my point? Right. See, there are some precautions which has to be taken care. So stop the process chains running on that info queue. Yes. Stop the process chains running on that info queue. Back up the data, since sometimes it may lose the data. Back up the database. Okay? Getting my point? Database, admin, basic thing. Check the transformation and aggregates of info queue. So this I'll discuss tomorrow. Right, I got some urgent work here. I'll just continue this tomorrow. No.